everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, look right down here. If you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or just pop in like I am right now, real quick. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, and all my subscribers know what that is. That is that unrelenting algorithm. I really would appreciate it. I also have a join button down here. That's for our channel membership. If you choose to support this channel, I would be so grateful. And just to know that you becoming a member of the reading club is helping our channel to grow, to improve, and to continue would make me so happy and so thankful. All right, let's get into the read. Today's read is really not about an article. It's about how I am feeling, putting my read together for later. This is a pop-up because, as I was putting my read together, I have saw things that has really made me angry. And it is the ongoing, continued bullying of Meghan since the interview. I have saw, I'm not going to call the trolls, the derangers, the hags, and the toadies by name, but it's some of them that are on this app right now that are pushing the most disgusting things. And I really just want to get on here and put my voice out there. I don't have as many subscribers as they have. I don't get as many views as they get. But I really feel that it should be voices out there pushing back on this nonsense. It is folks on this app right now. Watch that interview with Harry and Meghan. Watch those parents' pain, and all they saw was an opportunity to continue to bully a woman who is trying to help somebody. And it has really ticked me off, to say the least. So, this is why I am popping up right now to put my voice out in the universe, hoping that more and more people will hear me and to find out what these, I hate to even call them people, because in order to be a human you have to have a soul, and these people out here talking about Meghan and these parents of these dead children are not human. I don't know what they are, but I mean, they saw that interview and saw it as an opportunity to make money, to continue to bully Meghan, to question these parents' legitimacy. Just you name it, they are doing it out there. I saw this woman from Barbados talking about Meghan is going to Columbus to get a butt lift. But I bet you she hadn't opened her mouth about Kate Middleton showing up looking 10 years younger than she did prior and claimed to have cancer. She don't have anything to say about that, but she'll make up a story about Meghan. After Meghan put her pain on display about online bullying and also these people who sit on these panels. And this is what she is out there peddling. And I think she got like 70 some thousand views on that video. That is why I came on here, to put my voice out there, because this cannot go unanswered. Uh, Dan Wooten, he's on here talking to Angela Levin, lying that Meghan had been screaming at the producers during that interview. That is nothing but a blatant lie. And people will click on that video and believe that nonsense. And I just hope that this video will get out there to some of the people who are clicking on theirs, and they will see that these people are in it for the money and the hate. This is why the UK is on fire right now, because of these people. I watched a segment on Good Morning Britain, and the lack of self-awareness that these people have, talking about they don't even know what's going on and why is this going on. Could it be because 24/7 y'all are constantly talking about hate, spewing hate at immigrants? And look at what you did to Meghan. Harry said this, that they did not know what they were doing when you stoked the lowest common denominator within a person, which is racism and bigotry. And when you stoke that and continue to stoke, what do you think gonna happen? And I saw on X before I filmed this podcast that Charles has asked to be updated on the protest. Charles, the person who did nothing but spew xenophobia towards his daughter-in-law. Never, just at the beginning, pretended like he cared about her. But all he ever did was to make sure Harry knew that Meghan was not welcome. And he wants to be updated on the protests. Where do he think these protests came from? While these people were sitting on panels spewing hate and lies at his daughter-in-law, he sit there and never opened his mouth. While his oldest son was feeding misinformation, lies, and hate to the papers because he was jealous of his youngest son and his wife, he never opened his mouth to be a father and regulate that stuff. I'm telling y'all, I am really, really angry. He never said anything. Just like he is sitting in Scotland right now doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. And it's because he can't do nothing, because he has not led by example, not at all. He has allowed the racism, the hate, the xenophobia, the sexism to fester when it comes to his daughter-in-law. He did that. That's when that you remember back when William tried to speak on racism when it was happening to the footballers when they lost the whatever game they lost, and William spoke up and people shouted him down and said, you didn't even take up for your sister-in-law. Why would you anybody listen to you taking up for people you don't even know? And he did that, but he never opened his mouth about his sister-in-law, what was going on with her, because it was him. You should see what is going on the other side with the toadies and the hags and the derangers and the haters. It's as if they have been energized. And I really feel they have. They knew that Harry and Meghan's interview was powerful, and they wanted to counteract that. And all you have heard is about William mad and how Charles is not talking to Harry, and story after story ever since they did that interview, and they never ever called one of them's name. I saw old what is his name? Uh, uh, Fritz William, Richard Fritz William, talking about Meghan was threatening the royal family because she said she only has scraped the surface of what has happened to her. How is that a threat unless you done did something? They know what they have done. Fitzwilliam know what that family is capable of. That's why he said that a hit dog will holler, and they are hollering over there. It's disgusting. And Crazy Eyes, she had the nerve to get up there and was talking about how dare they get on there and try to tell people how to raise their children and this and that. And I don't see they hadn't got a degree. I know it hadn't been long since the last time they were had a joint interview, but I know it hadn't been long enough for them to get a degree in psychology. That's what she said. Crazy Eyes. That's what she said. Totally dismissing that Harry and Meghan never spoke on anything about psychology. They were just giving a platform to the people that have been hurt by the social media bullies like herself. That's all she does. I saw that she has a podcast with what's her name? Oh, I can't think of Katie Nichols, and it's called the heirs and the spares, have made a whole podcast out of praising people who do nothing and running down the ones who does everything that they can to improve other people's lives, who actually is out there trying to do something. This is what Crazy Eyes is doing. It is disgusting. And now I know what Meghan was saying when she said she would take the hit for it because she knew it was coming. It's as if they did not even watch the interview. Harry and Meghan was a small part of that interview. They showcased these parents who had lost their children, and they totally dismissed what it was about. Harry and Meghan was not giving any advice. They all Harry said is that you have to be a first responder for your children. Isn't that what being a parent is about? Being on the front line of what's going on with your children. But yet and still they would find fault if Harry said, I love Santa Claus or I love ice cream. They would have podcast after podcast after podcast why ice cream is not good for you. This is what we are dealing with. And I know a lot of squatties say we should ignore them. But when you ignore them, that is the only voice that's out there. And I just refuse that. I do. I am going to put my voice out there. I am going to use my voice to push back on this nonsense that these people continue to smear and bully Harry and Meghan when they are trying to do good. And like I said, all these lies, they have to be pushed back on. Like this Barbados lady talking about Megan is going to get a butt lift or some kind of cosmetic surgery. Projection. Projection. Because the one she take up for all the time did exactly that. And what I believe fake cancer. I believe that. I believe it. But yet and still trying to hang that on Meghan. I'm angry. I am angry. And then that one, the so-called news network one, you know, the one that William paid for her teeth, that one. She talking about it's something going on with the marriage. You could tell by the body language, where the body. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's all you got from that interview was the body language. That's a body language that you read stuff into. I can't. I just cannot. I cannot not push back. I cannot allow these lies to go unanswered. It has to be something out there for people to click on and see how people have dismissed these lies. And Angela Levin, that woman needs to be sued. I said it out loud. That woman needs to be sued. I hope that Harry, when he is through with these lawsuits, that he focus in on some of this crap that's going on these social media sites. Like you can get on there and blatantly lie. Now I'll say what I believe, but that's not what she said. She said that Meghan was yelling at producers. That's what she said, as if she was there to witness it. Her and Dan Wu. They and he up there talking about that interview was a train wreck. How? When you are showcasing families who have lost their family member to crap like what you're spewing. What they're doing is what has caused these families to lose their children. We have to push back. And this is me pushing back, putting it out there. And they took that saying that Meghan saying that scraping the surface is attacking the royal family when she never said anything of the such. But I do believe Meghan was letting them know, letting us know that it more went on there. And this family is not who they say they are. I know this has been rambling, but I just feel like it had to be said. Something had to be put out there to counteract all of this nonsense that's going on X, formerly known as Twitter, this app right here, and Instagram. I hadn't saw as much on TikTok, but it's ridiculous. And they have hundreds of views. Tell me somebody is not buying bots, paying people to watch these videos. You cannot tell me that this is not true. And it is only a few people who have interest in continuing this hate towards Meghan and Harry. And it's only a few people that has the money to do it. I said what I said. I'll see y'all later.